Camille Habel is my guest, Staff Sergeant with the RCMP. And Sergeant Habel, thank you for taking the time for CTV today. Can you tell us more about these allegations and what they mean?
Well, what I can tell you is that it's a big win for us to have these charges laid. Ideologically motivated violent extremism is something that worries the RCMP across the country. It's something that is hard to investigate, but that really needs to be dealt with. So having this investigation after a little over 2 years, going to arrests and charges being laid is something we're very proud and happy about.
Yeah, what can you tell me as well about the searches that were conducted? I understand these happened back in January of last year, 2024.
Yeah, so we received information in March 2023 and then started the investigation and then did everything that was needed in order to get to having enough information to obtain the search warrants, and then seized, like you mentioned, a lot of firearms and explosive devices and military equipment. And then following those seizures, we were able to get more information, and that led to arrests today. So it's people outside police forces have to follow the criminal code, just in their everyday life. And then we also have to follow the criminal code when we investigate. And then that means getting the necessary legal authorization in order to get more information and to feed our investigations. So that takes a little while sometimes.
Yeah, we have a graphic we're going to bring up if we can, just to show the 4 individuals here and their names and their ages as well. I wonder how serious is this? People say and do things all the time. This seems to have been a different layer, though, actually training and with weapons and ammunition, and perhaps a plan to seize property as well. What do you make of that?
Well, of course, it's serious, and it's something that we've kept an eye on, and where public safety was a priority throughout the investigation, for sure. The fact that we could charge with facilitating a terrorist activity, that it means that people were actually preparing, were taking actions that led us to believe that they wanted to actually achieve something and wanted to commit this violent terrorist act. So of course it was very serious, and it's dangerous. We don't know exactly what could have been done, but when someone is at the point of wanting to seize property, then the plan is really ongoing, and we needed to make the arrest. We're also part of ensuring public safety to make sure that that the plans were stopped and that everyone was secure today.
Obviously, we've heard many stories in the United States of similar style militia seizing property and standoffs with government forces. This is quite new in Canada. I wonder if you're able to give us any sense, Sergeant Habel, how close these men may have been to actually carrying out operations.
Close enough that we arrested them, and close enough that we were investigating, and but not close enough that people were put in danger.
And what happens now? What's the next steps here in this case?
This case is pretty much done, so we'll wait and see what. Now it's on to the maybe a trial, maybe court. It's now in the hands of the prosecutors. It's the next step, and for us, if we get further information, if we find out something that would mean we would need to reopen this investigation or to start a new one, then we would do that for sure.
And you're confident that it begins and ends with these 4, that there are no others that may have been involved?
We can never say that no one would have been involved or that no one is planning the same kind of events in the country, because most of the recruiting and the radicalization is happening online, and then the internet has no boundaries, and it's so omnipresent in our lives that we don't know where someone might be radicalizing or having falling for that ideology. So something could happen somewhere else, and that's why we have teams all across the country that are working hard at ensuring our national security.
Yeah, Sergeant Camille Habel joining us from Montreal with the RCMP with the very latest on this big investigation, arresting 4 people charged with terrorist activity, trying to form an anti-government militia and seize property near Quebec City. Sergeant, thanks so much for taking the time for CTV News. Much appreciated.
Thank you for having me.